days ago I made a Latvian video and they said it was really awesome and great. I decided to do an English version. But the problem is that when I do these videos, I forgot what I have said in the previous video, so I would not, I think I would not even make exactly the same video as I did in Latvian language. So I'm really sorry that I don't have the microphone with me today, it's somewhere else instead, but there are like, I don't know how in other places of the world, but here in reality, which I experienced, I have to say, if you ask me how I'm doing, and I say, I'm not anymore amazed, anyway, it's incredibly amazing what's going on. That would be in English language, the most simplest way to express this. So it's like completely amazing. It's like completely amazing. And I'm not even surprised about new things and new opportunities that come. They don't surprise me anymore because life is completely amazing. So I'm enlightened with the energy from the world of Enrico. They always are excited. So a couple of days ago I was meditating and received this quote or aphorism. As souls, as beings, most probably we didn't came here to earth to sit in our rooms and watch television. We probably didn't came here to do that, like logically. So I posted it on Facebook and it became really popular there. But anyway, as beings, like I said, I just had a logical idea, but it's like logical that we didn't came here to just watch television and sit in our rooms. Life is full of amazement. Life is full of joy. Life is full of, like, around here, nature, animals, creatures, rivers, seas, you know, so many things we don't even know about, and so many things we haven't even seen about. And yet we watch television, the same thing every day. The same thing every day. How long do you do that? How long? For what reason? For what cause do you need that? So yeah. And so there was a story about, which I wanted to share in the previous video. There's a story about, I hope the sound is good. If you're watching, please let me know if the sound is okay. Maybe I should drive slower, maybe I should turn something off. But there was a story. You have to know, and many people have this, that in other words, to get better in your life, to attain something better in your life, to be something in a sense better in your life, or greater, or more blissful, or more enlightened as well, you have to go through darkness. It's like you have to go through, in a way, some suffering. Because that's the balance of life. To have good, you need to go through bad. If you went through bad, you will go through good again. So that's the balance of life. So, but that's the story. So imagine a person, a human, who has came here to this earth, who has came here to this, whatever you call it, life, and went through negative things, went through maybe abusements, or whatever, went through really bad things, been abused, been bullied, has heard really bad things about herself, etc., etc. And when really close to a point where maybe I should do suicide, maybe, jump off a cliff, That's it. I'm done. But at that very moment, when that person, let's call it she, at the very moment when she is really close to do suicide, she just receives a really, really, really small glimpse of feeling, a really, really small glimpse of energetic feeling. It's not even like energetical. When we talk about ordinary people, we don't talk about energetical energy or something. We talk about emotion or feeling. But at that very moment, she understood something. She just felt something. That no, I will go back home. I will not jump off the cliff. I will go back home. I have an idea. I received this sensation, this idea, this feeling. This is such a great feeling. So at that moment, you have to understand that there is somebody really close to you, really, really close to you. That's how I call it. Oh, you call it angels, call whatever. And from the world of absolute presence, like higher beings, higher loving beings. Really, it's not like even love. Love is another exact word. It's like high loving state, high euphoric, eternal love. I call it eternal love. And these eternal beings, eternal loving beings, just gave a really, really small glimpse of energy to her. And she was just like, okay, wait, okay, no. And she comes back, and through this one glimpse of that energy, thinking changes. She understands that, wait, I must put myself together, and I have already an idea what to do. It's like, let's say, a really poor situation, nothing to eat, and then, okay, I'll jump off the cliff, and then at one point, this small glimpse awakens everything. What happens at that moment? She stood up, and she starts doing something. And maybe after a while, let's say weeks or months, or maybe 1-2 years, she's already back on her feet, having a really paid off job, doing, let's say, good. But she still has this feeling that she remembers about that moment, about that feeling, how it was. And then when we have this peace state, let's say we build up everything in our life now, we have something to eat, we have a place to live, we are quite okay. But because of that energy, because of that feeling that was received, she sees life differently. He, she, or it sees life differently. Or you can talk about soul. The soul starts seeing life differently. And because of having more free time, more peace in her life, she senses that there is something completely wrong with the world. Like, the people are going to the work and back, to the work and back, like I said about this television, right? We didn't came here to watch television or two-room flats. I think so. To work to back, as if many of us are putting the only intention we have on the subjects that are being installed in us. Like, for example, we as pure souls came here to this earth. We take everything. We take, watching television, everything from the news, everything from the books, everything from the schools. And or not we, but the human mind and the soul accepts it to be true. It accepts it to be completely true and completely fine. And then what happens? What is the thing you put your intention to? What are the things you intend to attain? Like, what are the things that mostly dominate your intention, or attention? Money, work, career, maybe family. But what really is the thing your soul or you wish to have? So it matters if you're intending for money, then you should think about it doesn't even exist. It's an idea. It's like a thought form. About career or family, we'll think about why. Just why. Is it your true natural state that makes you feeling that that's something I need, or is it again the concept that I need it because others have it, I'm lacking it, and etc. What is your intention? What is your true attention? What is your true intention and attention for or about? And why is it like this? Watch the news, why? Earn money, why? Go to work, why? Have a family, why? Like, why? Why do you have it? Is it coming from you, or is it coming from like the mass media, or the mass conceptions, or the mass hypnosis thing? So that girl, she suddenly, because of that small glimpse what does there, she just sits and amazes that so many people are being followed by intention about things that don't even exist, or about the things that aren't even necessary. And she's like, why are you doing this? She's like, why is it happening like this? And she balances her life between the things, like here, between the things that we need, or like we think we need, concepts, right? Between the things what she feels she needs. She feels I need more nature. She feels I need more fresh air. She feels I'm going to spend time with the things that truly inspire me, that truly uplift me, that truly make me, that truly let's say enlighten me, inspire me, enlighten me, uplift me, make me a better person. Going around the forests, spending time with trees, talking with people on the street, talking with, helping maybe children, doing all sorts of things, right? And at one point, she sits down and she remembers that one glimpse of that small, eternal love energy that changed her completely. And just small. Imagine what happens if you have like twice as much, or maybe triple times as much eternal energy, eternal loving energy from the beings. And she just sits down, closes her eyes to just be thankful about the life, just be thankful about the experiences, just be thankful about the joy, the happiness that she's right now receiving just by following the enjoyment, the feeling, just following nothing about the concepts, attentions, or intentions that one may have, following herself, following her bliss state, her feeling, this small energy that was there. Imagine like small energy, right? But how much energy is up there or out there? It's like infinite. It's like infinite. So then she starts feeling more. She starts feeling more of this loving energy. She starts feeling more, and she understood, and she feels that these beings came closer and give her the understanding or the information that you were never alone. You were never alone. You have been and always have been infinitely or eternally, infinitely loved. And if you weren't, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't got here that far. And there is still much to do. And like there is still even more joy and more bliss that's here to come. So, what happens later? After that experience, that person in the story just opens eyes and understands that the previous life, what was given to her from the concepts, attentions, and the minds, was not for her. It's not meant for anybody. The world around, animals, nature, trees, sun, rivers, everything is meant for her. And happy and joyful people is meant for her, are meant for her. So whenever a concept comes, or whenever attention or lack of something comes, she puts more, or she puts more attention to feeling. There will always be a lack of everything, and there will be always a joy and happiness about something. There will always be anger or greed or whatever, as much as there will always be the loving and caring situations. Now why would you need to pay attention to those things that don't make your life happier? Why should you put attention or your thoughts to things that don't make joy or happiness in your life? And from that she became a completely different person, like slowly knowing the absolute worst that we can have, got to the absolute best what we can have. And that's the balance of life. That's the balance of life. So whenever, and you are have heard the story or are listening right now, just ask yourself the question: is it? It's not like is it, or what is the thing that will give the true joyfulness for you? What are the things? As for myself, I was like channeling really much these Enricos and many other beings. Sometimes I remember them and like, oh my God, it's so funny. It's like at the beginning I didn't understand what are they talking about. You know, the right choice. Should I wash my car with a shampoo or with I don't know, something else like fairy or something else? Should I wake up at 3 p.m. and what is the perfect time for meditation? And Rico is like, the perfect time for everything is right now. Is there any more questions? No, but maybe you should wake up at 7 o'clock. Maybe it's a better energy. He responds, better energy is right now. What else are you looking for? No, maybe if I wake up at 5 p.m. there's more energy and I feel better and maybe I attain something and blah 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 blah. The best and absolute best experience for you that you must have, you will have, the most powerful energies around you, the most better opportunities, the better timing for anything to do is right now. Do you have any more questions? At that moment I was like, what are you talking about? Like, maybe you should explain this a little bit more. And there is nothing to explain anymore. There's nothing to explain. That's how it is. Like, you don't put too many concepts, because online, and I don't know how in other countries, in Latvia there's something up in like meditation for to clear your energy, meditation to attain success in your life, meditation for money, meditation for car care, meditation for healthcare, meditation for dogs, meditation for that, medication. That's the balance of the life. There will be always and everything in randomly split. Like, there will always be something growing there. There will always be in the forest something, I don't know, just to fill up the empty space. So there will always be some practice. But the main point is who is doing this practice and why. So who like you can say you. And why? Because of the concept, or because you feel like it. You feel like doing it, right? Not like doing it because it's better, because of the one or the other concept. But why are you doing this? So first of all, the question is, when people are talking about topics, also when Enrico is telling, the question is, should I don't know, do something good? Enrico will look at them like this. First of all, to answer this question, you need to describe us what does good means. What's the meaning of good? How can you tell if something is good or bad? Can you please describe that? Secondly, I will read the questions. Secondly, who is the I for myself? Who is it? What? With what are we talking about? Like, because if you understand the self, then you understand the self isn't here to earn money. The self isn't here to help anybody. The self is here to experience its own self in the most best and, let's say, positive way that it can be. And the self gives these experiences to the self. So when we conceptualize so many ideas about soul and about the accurate meditation, or the only thing, why are we here, etc., etc., we are putting so many bricks around ourselves, and we feel lost about who we actually are. We feel lost about who is the I, or what's talking or hearing right now. Just feel the self, realize the self, and be the self. That's the only thing with the absolute best excitement and joyfulness that there can be. Be the self. So, as for her in our story, she realized one thing. She realized the self, the I am. She realized it and started attain and live the life from the feeling, the things that give her joy, pleasurable feeling, happiness, and eternal love. Because that's what we all are. Eternal, loving beings lost in the ocean of concepts. And the ocean is so great, the ocean is so loud, that we don't feel ourselves. We don't feel the self. So, okay, so let's go through the questions. Just remember, be the self. The perspective time differently. To perceive time differently, or we are just not understanding the concept of properly. I didn't quite understand the question. It's okay, it's question time. I went the wrong way. I needed to turn right. Like a couple of kilometers ago, I went straight. And now when I'm looking at you in the camera, I'm thinking to myself, who is driving right now? Because I'm not driving right now. I'm watching it. I'm doing live streams. Who is turning the wheel right now? Because I'm not doing it. It's the body. It's trained to do it. It's trained. I can do whatever I want. The body is driving. The body is driving. Of course, the body is telling me, look at the road. I said, nah, I should look at the road. I said, please. Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Maybe a couple updates of my life, what's going on in my experience. Well, if you have any questions, please write them, but until then I will talk about other sentences. My life is filled with amazement. Sometimes you don't even, oh Jesus, that was so exciting, and like you just sit there in amazement. Now, is this really going on? Yeah, it is. Great, I like it. I like it. I was driving back home, and there was a bread in the middle of the night, on the middle of the street, on the road. It's like a forest road. And I'm like, damn, there's a new bread on the road. And I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to laugh. Man, that is so exciting. Who forgot the bread on the road? And why should there be a bread on the road? And another thing, I'm walking in Angar, where there is like full with mud and water and dirty, and I need to pick up one thing there. And I'm walking around, and there are like 50 euros laying on the ground, a little bit wet. And I was like, okay, I'll take them. I was like, thank you, universe, 50 euros, like $70 or so, or $60, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, there's like, you are not even amazed. You're not even being amazed by it. It's like, yeah, I'm not even, how you call it? I'm not surprised anymore. It's like amazing. I'm not even surprised by this. So yeah, that was that was a funny thing. Next thing is we bought this week the land for the Arts of Peace Village. Hopefully you could, from all over the world, come here to listen, learn to do, and to live in a meditative village. To realize the self, with or without the vaccines. Right? With or without the vaccines. Like humans only. No computerized people here. Humans only. So without the vaccine. What else? Alright, no questions. It's just hi there. Okay, so I will leave you with this, and have a good day, and bye bye.